Thank you, ma'am. It's my pleasure in doing the honor. எங்கள் வாழ்வும் எங்கள் வளமும் மங்காத தமிழென்று சங்கே நீ முழங்கு. Glad good evening to one and all present here. All these 6 days of career guidance program was dealing with the prospects of different departments. You would have heard, you would have cherished. Today, let us cherish the cake with the cherry. We have a very apt speaker for the day. You seek knowledge from her, you will get it. You seek career planning advice from her, you will get it. You seek technical guidance from her, you will get it. You seek anything for the betterment of your interpersonal skills, you will get it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have an eminent speaker. Sorry, I would rather call her as a motivator from the organization called Seek. I deem it as an indeed privilege in introducing the guest of the day, Professor Dr. Ushaa Eswaran, CEO of Seek Foundation. She is a motivational speaker, entrepreneur, academician, educationalist, career analyst, YouTuber, life skills coach, and an NLP master practitioner. Dr. Ushaa Eswaran is an alumnus of Annamalai and Andhra University with bachelor's and master's degrees in electronics and instrumentation engineering. She was awarded a doctorate by Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Hyderabad, for pioneering work on biosensors in the year 2011. A Tiruvallur University Planning Board member, she has also actively engaged herself in imparting skill development, career development, and academic consultancy. She has over 30 years of experience in the field of education and industry. She has held key responsibilities in various positions like a principal, director, dean, placement officer, and so on. She is a chartered engineer, fellow in Institution of Engineers India, fellow in Indian Society for Technical Education, ISEC, IEEE member, in addition to being a member in the editorial team of over 10 international technical journals for reviewing technical papers that are presented for publications. Dr. Ushaa is a specialist with more than 2 decades of rich experience in educational, skill, and teaching imparting process and placements. Over the past few years, she has conducted numerous training programs and conducted seminars for corporates, students, and faculty members that has enriched the knowledge and benefited the teaching learning process. Dear all, I have some numbers trained by Dr. Ushaa. You can't even imagine them. Please listen. She has addressed more than 20 lakhs of students, parents, and teachers. She has trained and placed over 10,000 students. She has counseled more than a lakh of people. Was it amazing? Yes. She has conducted stress relieving parenting and life skill workshops for more than 2 lakhs of people through mass contact programs. Hard work will pay its virtue. She has been conferred with the coveted Rex Karmaveer Global Fellowship and Karmaveer Chakra Award instituted by ICONGO and the UN. This award has been bestowed upon Professor Dr. Ushaa Eswaran for her consistent and dedicated service to society. Dr. Ushaa has successfully conceptualized, developed, customized, and conducted skill enhancement programs for large governmental organizations like the Railway Production Force, and the same has been approved by the Railway Board as a standard part of their training curriculum on a pan-India basis under the guidance and leadership of Dr. Ushaa Madam. She has been an active volunteer in extending help to needy during the times of distress. She has successfully assisted organizations in achieving their business objectives through cost-effective and skill enhancement programs that are designed and customized suiting the individual needs. She is passionate in supporting social causes and assists numerous NGOs in the state. She is also the Pink Ambassador for NGO Chennai, promoting awareness on breast cancer and women-centric issues. She has been guest speaker on various television talk shows on life skills, parenting skills, social and women-centric issues. Madam, I'm sure that your speech will augment more value to this career guidance program. With a thanks note, once again, I welcome you for this webinar series, day 7 session, madam. We seek your session now, please.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sendil. That was an honor for me to have a profile set by you today. And I'm very happy and thankful to the management, principal, and all HODs, dean, directors, R&D, placement, staff teaching and non-teaching, and all the participants for, and also the Almighty for giving me an opportunity to be a part of your webinar today. And can I share my screen now?
Yes, please come.
So very good evening to all of you. We have come with some expectation that you're going to learn some mantra today for success. So let me share what I know and what I have experienced and got some output out of it. So sir has given introduction about me. I'll just go through this. I'm Dr.Ushaa Eswaran, and I'm a planning board member in Trivandrum University, and I own a company called Seek, where we have services like academic consultancy, career guidance, and skill development. And I have 30 years of experience in the field of industry and education. I was the trainee engineer in the project of barcode reader, which we are using now. So we're very proud to tell you I was a trainee engineer in the year 1989. Some noise coming in, sir. I think some speaker has to be muted. Okay. So we'll start with the session now. One of the most important key steps to achieve success in life is to know actually what is the meaning of success. Many people have many definitions for success, and they really don't know what is the life's success. The true meaning of success goes far beyond the common definitions of success, such as having a lot of money, being wealthy, having a lot of tangibles, a lot of earned degrees, a lot of patents. Quite and opposite, the true success in life cannot be measured with the above named factors, but instead with the amount of people that are able to live a better and more advanced life because of what you have created. So this is what is the meaning of success, not the trophies people are collecting in their lives. Media and society lets us often conclude that living a successful life means to be extraordinarily wealthy and have a lot of tangibles. But the meaning of success is to live a happy life and to make this world a better place for everyone. I'm going to first start with 5 important characteristic features and qualities a student should possess to achieve success. So when I call it a student, the all other ladies and gentlemen don't think this is only for students. In fact, each one of us is a student in our life. And this is why we should possess and try to cultivate these 5 qualities, 5 characteristics, features, and qualities. The very first one is you need to have an effort of a crow. So all of us have heard in the childhood a story. All of us in the childhood have heard the grandma telling us the story of the crow, who was extremely thirsty and was flying around and looking around for some water. The crow found a pitcher of water as the crow landed itself on the rim of the pitcher and looked inside at the contents. He found there was water. But the water was at the very bottom of the pitcher, and there was no way that the crow could drink water by putting its beak inside. The crow started thinking, what should be done? And it came across a brilliant idea. It started looking around and started picking up in its beak tiny pebbles and putting them inside the pitcher. Pebble by pebble and pebble by pebble, the crow kept on working hard until the level of water rose way up to the rim of the pitcher, and the crow quenched its thirst. So we could learn 3 main qualities from the crow. The patience the crow had until it found a solution, and the hard work. The hard work is very, very essential for every human to achieve anything in your life. And finally, the effort. The effort what you put in should be in a positive manner in order to get success. So my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, if we have to work on our lives, if we have to truly bring out what is within outside, we have to go through some painful sharpening of hard work. The second quality is the intense focus of a crane. When one looks at the crane standing on one leg, completely focused into the waters, the crane with one pointed attention is looking at the waters as the fishes are swimming inside the waters. The crane will allow the small fishes to swim around and not be satisfied with them. It will allow all the small fishes to go around and swim around. The crane will focus and wait for the big fish to come. If the crane settles with the small fish, it will lose the big fish. And if the crane wants the big fish, it has to allow the small fish to pass by and go around. My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, similarly in life, when you wanted to focus on what is important, we should allow small things to pass by. We should not be distracted by the little things. Sometimes there will be interpersonal issues and conflicts. Sometimes there will be health crisis. Sometimes there might be financial crisis too. So many things keep happening in our life. We need to focus on the most important thing in our life to achieve success. Focus is not only the ability to say yes to one thing, but also the discipline to say no to the other. This is what is the important mantra for everyone, because when we talk about focus, we have so many things to concentrate on. And along with that, we have the distractors also in our life. But when we have the discipline to say no to the distractors, definitely we will be able to focus on what is going to give success in our life. The third one is we need to have the alertness of the dog. All of us have seen when dog is sleeping. Although the eyes are closed, the dog is very alert to surrounding around it. Even if there is a little sound or even if someone walks very slowly, the dog will immediately open its eyes. My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, all those who want knowledge in their lives and want to pursue that is meaningful in life have to practice the quality of alertness. Although we may have our eyes closed, we should not miss out what is happening around. We should not miss out to be alert to the world around us. There is a lot to learn in this world from people, from the objects, from the situations, from the surroundings. So many things are happening. But very sad to say that all of us put our mind and eyes into the mobile phones. We get locked into the mobile phones and we forget to see what happens outside. So, my dear ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students, please see that you need to be alert. You need to be conscious on what is happening around it. So, you will be able to pick up what is important to us, what is happening in the world. That is very, very important. And the fourth one is input to our senses. See, when we see input to our senses, that is nothing but the food what we give, and that is not only for our tongue. To different types of senses, we give different types of food. For example, for our tongue, we give food. For our ears, we listen to sound, we listen to music, and we listen to people talking to us. Not only to us, but also they talking to others. They are all the food for ears. And for your eyes, we see a lot of things that is happening, either in real life, or we see a lot of things happening in social media or in the TV, or we see a lot of panoramic views, beautiful scenes. Everything is food for eyes. So for each of our senses, there is some food. My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, we should be very careful of what inputs we give to our senses. This is very, very essential, because whatever inputs we give to our senses actually go and make a deep, indelible impression on our psyche, on our inner systems. So when we give so many inputs through our senses and they leave a very indelible mark, sometimes unerasable mark on our consciousness and our minds happen. Therefore, when we talk about this, we should be very careful to choose those sensory inputs which are of value and those things that we want our mind space to be filled with. Do not subject yourselves with the unwanted things in the world around us, which will go and occupy your precious mind space, which should not be taken by unwanted, less valuable, and less priority things. Your mind space is meant and reserved for the most important and valuable things. The fifth one is coming out of the comfort zone. This is very, very difficult for all of us. We are all habituated with our comfort zone and we just don't want to step out of it. In the ancient India, students will leave their home at an early stage and go and study under their teachers or gurus, which we call as Gurukul. But nowadays, see, in this COVID situation, we don't have to even go out of the house. We are sitting inside and learning. But giving up home means go to pursuit of knowledge. It's not physically going out of the home. Here it means leaving our comfort zone. If we are living in our comfort zone, that is, our home represents a comfort zone. We don't want to do something which will harm us, which will hurt us, which will make us to put in a lot of effort, which will make us to think a lot of troublesome activities which we feel is an uncomfortable zone. So if we are going to live in our comfort zone, there is no question of pursuing that which is of true value. So there is always to refer to coming out of your comfort zone. If there is a no pain, there is no gain. So when we come out of our comfort zone, definitely initially you may have to experience a sort of pain. It's a little difficult for us to experience, but if you don't experience that and if you do not want to come out of the comfort zone, then you will not be able to achieve success at all. So no pain, there is no gain. Come out of your comfort zone and see what is there in the world. Explore the world. So these are the most important 5 qualities to achieve success. Put an effort like a crow with a lot of patience, hard work and effort. Then focus like a crane. Don't get distracted with unwanted things in life. Next, have an alertness of the dog. Try to be more conscious about what's happening around. Then give importance to the inputs that you give to your senses. Finally, you should come out of your comfort zone and take the pain and face the challenges and failures and learn from your failures and reach your success. The most powerful ingredients of success are focus and persistence. This is a very, very important ingredients of success. You need to believe in your dream and believe in yourself. Next, how to focus. This is a very, very important question, and many people are not taught how to do this, because if one can learn how to focus, then definitely they can achieve their success. So imagine if there are 9 rabbits running around you and you want to catch everything. And if you want to catch everything, then you will not be having any focus on one particular thing. So you need to think that I need to catch 1 rabbit at a time. So focus only on 1 rabbit. If you try to catch everything, they end up with none. If the rabbit you're chasing proves elusive and it's very difficult for you to achieve that, change your tactics, but don't change your rabbit. This is a mantra which you have to keep in your mind. Many people do that. Just stick to whatever you're focusing. Fix yourself to your goal and focus on it. There are so many opportunities available. You cannot catch all of them. Get one by one. First, you get the first one, put it in the pocket, and then catch the others. There are multiple opportunities which make us get tempted. So when we try to grab them all, we end up with nothing. The first challenge for most of us lies on choosing which rabbit to catch. This is a confusing thing for students. They may have n number of hobbies, n number of things in their mind. They need to study, they need to play cricket, they need to play volleyball, they need to go to music class, they need to learn piano. So many things are there in their life. So they do not know which one to concentrate. So you need to decide which is the rabbit which you're going to catch and focus on that, catch that one, and then focus on the other. Because setting clear goals is the key to starting on the journey to success. Goals are very, very important in life. You need to start setting goals right from a small goal to a bigger goal. You cannot directly start with a bigger goal in your life. Start with a 1 hour goal, then 2 hours, 3 hours, then extend it to 1 day goal, then 1 week, 1 month, 1 year, and then the life goal. So next we get distracted by other rabbits hopping about and lose our focus. So when you identify the rabbit which you wanted to catch, focus only one at a time. If you try to catch everything, you end up catching none. If the rabbit proves elusive, change the tactics, but don't change the rabbit. This means that if you're focusing on your goal and striving to achieve the same, and you face a lot of difficulties, you feel that it's impossible, but don't change your goal. Keep trying, but change the way you try to achieve that goal. That is what I mean as change your tactics, the method. If you are going in one way and if you are unable to achieve it, try another way. Always try to change the way, but not the goal. That is very, very important. Many times we all have potential and we all have abilities, but we don't use it to succeed. So that is what is very, very important, that you need to make use of your abilities and strengths. Now let us see, we think that we can achieve something, but we don't come out and experience, we don't come out and practice, but we see our neighbor or our friend or a relative achieving that. Why that we are not able to come forward and achieve? Though we have tremendous power and strength and potential gifted by God, what is holding us back? Let me take you through a small incident. Once upon a time, a farmer had 3 donkeys and he was taking them for selling it to the market. On the way, he saw a river and decided to take a dip. But he had an issue. He had 3 donkeys, but he had only 2 ropes. So he wanted to tie them onto the tree, but he had only 2 ropes. He went to a person nearby and asked him, see, I wanted to tie the 3rd donkey also to the tree. Can you please give me a rope? The man did not have a rope, but he had a brilliant suggestion. He told the farmer, tie the 2 donkeys up to the tree with the ropes, whatever you have, and make sure that the 3rd donkey watch whatever you're doing. Let the donkey watch that you're tying the other 2 donkeys. So it will have in his mind that you're going to tie this donkey also. Then simply pretend to tie the 3rd one. The farmer followed the man's advice and went for a dip in the river. When he came back, he saw the donkeys stood exactly wherever he kept them. He thanked the wise man for the advice what he gave. He untied the 2 donkeys and the 3rd one he patted on the back so that it will also start moving with him. He started moving with the 2 donkeys for some time, and then he turned around and he was surprised to see that the 3rd donkey did not move from where it was. It was standing in the same place where he left. He tried cajoling and talking to the donkey, but it did not help. He tried to push the donkey from behind, but it refused to move from the spot. Helpless, the farmer came back to the man who advised him, and the man asked the farmer, did you untie that donkey? The farmer was confused because he never tied the donkey, he just acted as if he was tying. The man said, you acted, but that was known only to you and not to the donkey. So go back and act as if you're untying the donkey. The farmer then went back and he did an imaginary motions and he untied the donkey. And guess what? Sure enough, the donkey moved immediately as though released and walked over to join its 2 friends. So what is holding us back from moving ahead and reaching our dreams? Is it lack of resources, or is it lack of opportunities, or lack of support, or we are tied up with the imaginary ropes? Here, every one of you, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, please think about it. Why we are not able to step ahead and reach success? We have all the abilities, we have all the strengths, we have all the resources, but still, why we are not able to go up? We are thinking something is tying that. That is nothing but the imaginary ropes. What are those imaginary ropes? They are nothing but the doubt, fear, and hesitation. Certainly, we need to think about it, that every one of us can imagine their own situation where they have not stepped forward. You may have a doubt whether you will be able to do it or not. You may have a fear whether you will be able to achieve or not. You may have a hesitation whether you have the capability or not. These are nothing but imaginary ropes which are tying you back from reaching success. So we certainly need to work on these external parameters. And very, very important thing is we need to untie our mental blocks and expedite our journey towards our goal. How to boost your self-confidence. Let me take you through a situation. It was a lazy Sunday afternoon, and two school-going friends in a small town had a crazy idea. They rounded up 3 goats from a farm close by and painted the numbers 1, 2, and 4 on their sides. The night they left the goats loose inside the school building. The next morning, when the teachers, staff, and the children entered the school, they could literally smell something was wrong. They saw goat droppings all over the place and concluded that the goats had entered the building. Now it was a mission to locate the goats. A team was assigned to look for the goats, and very soon the 3 goats with the numbers 1, 2, and 4 painted on them were found. The school authorities were relieved but simultaneously worried. We found 1, 2, and 4. Where was the goat number 3? The search team spent the rest of the day looking for goat number 3. There was a panic and frustration. The school declared a holiday for the students. The teachers, the helpers, the canteen boys, everybody was busy looking for goat number 3, which of course was never found. Why? Because it simply did not exist. My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, aren't we all like the search team in the school? We have our goats right in front of us. We have our unique ability. We have our gifts. We have our strengths. We have our potential. But instead of making the most of what we have, instead of focusing on our gifts, our strengths, and potentials, we often continue to look for the elusive, missing, non-existent goat number 3. We keep worrying about and chasing the missing piece, what we lack, what we have tried hard for and never found, what does not exist in us. So we need to concentrate on the best what we have. Instead, we should try our best before knowing something is not meant for us. But after trying hard for long and still not being to reach even the basic success in doing something, I guess it's time to ask ourselves this question. Wouldn't it be better to focus on goats 1, 2, and 4 that I have and do something with them rather than chasing goat number 3, which simply does not exist in me? So, my dear students, try to explore your unique qualities, abilities, and strengths, and try to focus on it rather than searching for something which does not exist. Here, I would like to mention, don't compare yourself with others, because you are not like other person. You've been created by the Almighty for a different reason. So compare with your own self. See how better you are from next day. When you want to compare with others, try to compare to learn something from them. That is the best way to succeed in life. When you compare with someone, you stand wherever you are. You will not step ahead at all. In order to achieve success, we need to face challenges. There's nothing like without challenges, we can achieve success. We all know about this person, Thomas Alva Edison, a great scientist who have invented electricity. And there are so many inventions in his credit. On December 10th, 1914, there was a massive explosion in West Orange, New Jersey, USA. 10 buildings in a factory owned by the legendary inventor Thomas Alva Edison was engulfed by flames. 6 to 8 fire departments rushed to the scene, but could not shut down the fire. After having tried all that he could, as Thomas Alva Edison calmly stood there watching the fire destroy the entire life's hard work. His 24-year-old Charles' son came over and stood next to him. He was so upset. In a childlike voice, Edison said to his son, "Charlie, go ask your mother to come. Ask your mother's friends to come and see. They will never be able to see such a spectacular fire in their lifetime. Charles was astonished to see what is this father talking about. The entire factory is getting burnt. All the efforts put in, all the researchers are getting burnt. Charles asked Thomas Edison, our entire factory is being burned down to ashes. And that, Thomas Edison replied in complete composure, yes, our factory is being burnt down to ashes, but all the mistakes we have made so far, and our factory, I think some speaker is on in between.
Ma'am, I will check. You can carry on, ma'am.
But all the mistakes we have made so far on our factory also been burnt down to ashes. We will start all over it again tomorrow. That evening, Thomas Edison told a New York newspaper, although I'm 67 years old, I'm completely exhausted from running around and trying to control the fire. Tomorrow, I will start all over again afresh, and so he did. This is the heavy machine shop after renovation project at Edison Laboratory. The next day was a fresh beginning for Thomas Alva Edison and his son Charles in trying to rebuild what has been destroyed by the fire. So, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students, great people don't cry. My dear students, our dreams are shattered, our bones are broken, efforts are baffled. Great people don't cry, but they try to rebuild their dreams. Great people don't give up. They live up to the challenges that life throws at them. And great people don't go through, but they grow through the difficulties that come in their path. So they start all over again with great hope, with great determination, with great gift. And that is why they reach the highest peaks of success that most people only aspire for. This is what I say. No challenges, no success. No challenges, no success. I hope you know the difference between these two. This is very important in your life, my dear students. You may face a lot of failures in your life, but be strong and face the challenges. Know your challenges and work on it, and you will definitely know your success. Don't run away from problems. Be consistent. The consistency is what is going to make you reach the height. And now, this is a very, very important note where we need to learn. Let me narrate a real incident. A retired brigadier was narrating the story of how a line he heard many, many years ago impacted him deeply and shaped his life. It was his first week in the army. He had just completed his engineering course and had just joined the army. Amongst his colleagues in the army were several young men who had come through the National Defense Academy. They were not engineers, but men exposed to tough physical conditioning so essential for success in the armed forces. It was a Sunday morning and the task ahead was very, very simple task for them, not for us. They had to run 10 miles. After running half the distance, this brigadier felt he could not continue any longer. He felt his legs would fold up and he would collapse. And just as he was about to give up and stop, he heard his commanding officer say to him, "Come on, young man, until now you are running with your legs. Now run with your mind." Those words seem to work like magic. All he remembers is that he kept running. He finished the entire 10-mile run. Till date, he says he often hears his officer's words echoing in his mind. Don't run just with your legs. Run with your mind. Success in life is not defined by talent and physical ability, but by the mental strength to stay with the course and run the extra mile. When you run with your legs, you allow the pressures to weigh you down. You allow your obstacles to come in the way of your progress. You will find yourself saying, "I can't." But when you run with your mind, you become unstoppable, and your mind will say, "I can." So please, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, when you are running in the path of success, you may get tired. You may get tired physically, but When you run with your mind, the mental strength will give you the strength to your physical body. Do not stop anywhere. Keep going with the mental strength of I can attitude. And this is another very, very important mantra of success, that is 1% improvement for the day. You all have heard about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was asked, what made you as a dancer today you have become? He said, I have not gone to sleep without learning one move in a dance every day. You learn only one move in dance and you learn it for 1 year. It's not 365 days learning of linear progression, but geometric progression, incremental improvement, striving to ensure everybody of mine, every day of mine, in some way or the other, better than my yesterday. 1% of improvement every day. This will work like a magic mantra. Every individual should work on this. Before you touch anything, what can be improved today? That is what is the thought that should come in your mind. For first few weeks, you may not get an answer, but still ask this question. What is that I can improve today? Don't leave the chair without answering that. What is that I did to improve today? It is okay if you find nothing. Weeks together, you get nothing, but it's okay. But how is your brain is going to be trained in this intelligence to anticipate some improvement in the day? Make yourself accountable to some improvement today, 1% improvement for the day. And this is not at all difficult for any one of us. In our personal life, in our organizational life, in our college academic life, all students, we can always find that 1% improvement on a daily basis. Next is a lot of negative things we see in our world, in our life, the surroundings. So how are we going to deal with this? How to deal with the negativity of the world? The best way to deal with the negativity of the world, when someone come and tell you, you can never succeed in your life, say that I will prove you wrong. Don't have a lengthy argument with them. I don't think you can ever drop 14 kgs of your weight. Somebody may come and tell you when you want to lose weight. Tell them, I will prove you wrong. I don't think you can ever get first rank. You say, I will prove you wrong. I don't think you're going to win in life. Say, I will prove you wrong, and work for it to prove them wrong. If you have some positive people come and tell you, something tells me you're going to make very big in life. Definitely every one of us will have some positive people around us. So tell them, yes, I will prove you right. I really think you have potential. You can be the best in whatever you do. Say them, I will prove you right. At the instant you hear anything negative from the world, very instant you counter them saying that I will prove you wrong. But say it in a very, very calm and composed manner. And anything you hear positive about you, about your future, anybody say good about you, say, tell them I will prove you right, and see how life progresses from there. Now let us see some master key to successful progress. There are 3 things which you need to remember. That is, accept the unchangeable, change the changeable, and reject the unacceptable. We call this as ACR mantra. So accept the unchangeable. What is it? When something happens, suppose in your house, somebody is bringing you tea or coffee, it spills on your lap. You just shout at them. The same thing when it happens in your office or in your headmaster or in front of your teacher, you're able to tolerate it. So when you're accepting it, my acceptance of it makes a tolerance, that is a positive emotion. My non-acceptance of it creates an anger, that is a negative emotion. So when you're facing on uncertainty, like our COVID, so we have uncertainty and many people fear, what am I going to do? So when you're unable to face the uncertainty, it becomes a fear. And when you're able to face the uncertainty, it becomes an adventure. And somebody has something in life which I don't have. Many people have this feeling. We used to see others and compare and feel that why I don't have when other person has. He has a car, he has a big building, he has a huge property. So when we compare, it becomes jealous because we are unable to accept what they have. But when we are able to accept it, somebody has something in life which I don't have, I'm able to accept it, it becomes an inspiration. Well, today I don't have, definitely tomorrow I'll get it. This is what is the inspiration one should have. And somebody hurts me. This happens many times in our life, be it a school or in office. In school, when somebody hurts them, some teachers say something on you, the students will get angry and you become anger and you show the hatred as your emotion. But somebody has hurt me and I have accepted it because I know that I have done a mistake. Or even if I have not done a mistake, if somebody scolds me or somebody hurts me, I feel that they don't understand, that is why they have spoken like that. So this acceptance will create a forgiveness in your mind. And something plus non-acceptance is anger, it is a negative emotion. And something plus acceptance is a tolerance, and which is a positive emotion. Something plus non-acceptance is fear, which is a negative emotion. And something plus acceptance is adventure, which is a positive emotion. Something plus non-acceptance is jealousy, and it is a negative emotion. And something plus acceptance is inspiration, which is a positive emotion. Something plus non-acceptance is hatred, it is a negative emotion. And something plus acceptance is forgiveness, and it is a positive emotion. So if you cannot change something, do not worry about it. Try to accept it, because we need to have positive emotion to succeed in our life. Then comes the changeable C. C is for changing. If you can change the surroundings, if you can change certain things, change it. You don't have to hesitate at all. If it is under your control, definitely you can change it. Then coming to R. R is something which cannot be accepted at all. So reject the unacceptable. This is the ACR principle, which will help you to face the challenges. Next comes the attitude of gratitude. This is very essential for success for every human being, be it a student or an elderly person. Have any of you ever had a barbecued corns, or you have had tasted the dal with coriander leaves, which stuck in your teeth? Or have you had any experience of tasting the barbecued corns in which the fibers stuck in your teeth? And have any of you had the mango fiber while eating mangoes stuck in your teeth? So what happens when something gets stuck in our tooth, the tongue just keep going to that tooth unless that stuck is out of our tooth. It keeps going there. Now 31 other teeth in our mouth, when nothing is stuck, the tongue can go there and say, wow, look, there is nothing stuck here. But that is the nature of the tongue that keeps going where something is stuck. And surely we have to deal with it. At the same time, there is a lot of other good things we can focus on. My dear students, ladies and gentlemen, it is not just the nature of the tongue. Isn't it the nature of the mind as well? When there is a problem and issue stuck in a certain area of our life, the mind keeps going to that problem and just gets stuck into the negativity of trying to deal with it. Always we waste our time thinking of solving the negativities. We never appreciate the positive things happening in our life. Many good things happen in our life. So there are many good things happening in so many different areas of our life where there is no problem or stuck. The mind only keeps going to those areas where there are problems. It is necessary for all of us that we focus on the good that is happening in our life. If you would remember my first slide, I said, success is nothing but living your life happily. It's not for worrying. Life is not for worrying. We need to appreciate good things happened in our life and see that every second we live happily. And deal with the bad things or problems. Doesn't matter, you can deal it, but every second is running. The time is something which cannot be purchased back. So the time that is in your hand, see that you think of the good things happening in your life and appreciate the good things happening in your life. And if you have some bad things or problems in your life, try to deal with the problems happening in your life. Let us not consume our minds with negativity. consume our minds with positivity, because the mind is the one which gives you all the directions. It gives you the focus and concentration. You get stress and tension because you have negativity in your mind. So keep only positive thoughts in your mind and deal with the negatives, but don't keep on thinking about the negative things that is happening in your mind. So focus on the positive and deal with the negative. Count your blessings and name them one by one. It shall surprise you that we have got, from the time of our birth, we have so many good things happened in our life. Be grateful to God and the Almighty and your parents and everyone around you to give you that positive things which has happened to you. Stop cursing on the negative things. There are so many things we have been blessed of and we can feel proud of too. So let us be grateful. Gratitude is the attitude, and therefore I feel gratitude is the attitude which gives us the fortitude to deal with the toughest challenges in our lives and can lead us to success. Because if we don't know how to deal with problems, and if we are going to waste our time thinking only about problems, then we will not find a way to reach success or reach anything in our life. Next, coming to the most important quality which we need to possess is compassion. This is very, very essential in life, which we all deal with missions. We all have mobile phones with us. We forget to even talk to people, and we do not know what is compassion. A young disciple came to ask his master, "What is compassion?" The master explained, an old man was begging at the corner of a busy street. First, an old lady passed by him and, infuriated by the beggar poverty, gave him a gold coin. Then a merchant, noticing that a small group of men were talking about him, gave 5 gold coins to the beggar and quickly left while walking with his head held high, having a haughty smile. He was feeling very proud that he gave 5 gold coins to the beggar. Now, the boy, a small boy who went to collect small flowers for his mom, passed by the beggar, smiled to him and gave him a flower. The master asked his disciple, "Which one of them do you think felt the most compassion towards the beggar?" The merchant. The boy said, "It is the merchant, because he gave 5 gold coins." The master, smiling, continued, "The merchant acted out of pride. He wanted somebody to praise him. That is the reason he gave money." And the old lady, she was so scared of the beggar and she was feeling pity for the beggar. However, the boy had felt the real compassion. Compassion is a far greater and nobler thing than pity. Pity has its roots of fear and sense of arrogance sometimes, even a smug feeling of, "I'm glad it is not me." When our fear touches someone's pain, it becomes pity. When our love touches someone's pain, it becomes compassion. Feeling compassion is more essential than showing compassion. So this is another thing which will lead you to success. To train in compassion then is to know all the beings are the same and suffer in similar ways. To honor all those who suffer and to know you are neither separate from nor superior to anyone. Treat everyone as human beings and feel their pain as yours. And next one is the contact or the connection. Many of us need to know the meaning of contact or connection. Let me take you through a conversation between a monk and a journalist. A monk was being interviewed by a journalist from New York, and the journalist asked, "Sir, in your last lecture, you told us about connection and contact. See, I'm unable to understand. Can you please explain me?" The monk smiled and, apparently deviating from the question asked by the journalist, he asked, "Are you from New York?" The journalist said, "Yes, I'm from New York." The monk asked, "Who are all there at home?" The journalist felt that the monk was trying to avoid answering his question since it was a personal question of the journalist. But still, the journalist answered, "Yes, my mother expired and the father is there, and I have 3 brothers and 1 sister, and all are married." The monk, with a smile on his face, asked again, "Do you talk to your father?" The journalist looked visibly annoyed. The monk, "When did you talk to your father last?" The journalist, suppressing his annoyance, said, maybe a month ago. The monk said, do you brothers and sisters meet often? When did you meet last as a family gathering? At this point, the sweat appeared on the forehead of the journalist. Now, who is conducting the interview, the monk or the journalist? The journalist was puzzled. It seemed that the monk was interviewing the journalist. With a sigh, the journalist said, we met last at Christmas 2 years ago. The monk said, how many days did you all stay together? The journalist, wiping the sweat on his brow, said, 3 days. The monk asked, how much time did you spend with your father? Sitting right beside him, the journalist, looking perplexed and embarrassed, and started scribbling something on the paper. He just could not see the monk. The monk said, did you have breakfast, lunch, or dinner with your father together? Did you ask how he was? Did you ask how his days are passing after your mother's death? Drops of tears coming out started to flow from the eyes of the journalist. But this is basically the answer to your question about contact and connection. The monk said, I'm extremely sorry if I have hurted you. I'm just trying to make you understand the difference between contact and connection. You have contact with your father, but you don't have connection with him. You are not connected with him. Connection is between heart and heart, sitting together, sharing meals and caring for each other, touching, shaking hands, having eye contact, spending some time together. You brothers and sisters have contact, but you don't have any connection with each other. The journalist wiped his tears and thanks for teaching me a fine and unforgettable lesson, monk. This is what is the reality today. Whether at home or in the society, everybody has lots of contacts. If you just check your Facebook account, you have enormous amounts of contacts. If you check your LinkedIn accounts, you have a lot of contacts. If you check anything related to your telephone book or anything, you can see a lot of contacts, Instagram or any social media. But do you have any good communication with them, especially with your family members, with your teachers, with your brothers and sisters? Everybody is in his world or in their world. Let us not maintain just contacts, but let us remain connected, caring, sharing, and spending time with all our dear ones. Success in life is not only working, earning money, writing exams, getting your mark sheet, getting into the college, getting a degree, getting a job, getting your salary, getting married. It is not a mechanical life. You need to experience each and every moment of your life. Even when you are studying, in order to achieve success, you need to involve yourself. You need to understand what you study. Study is different from learning. Studying is something related to your exams. Learning is something you imbibe in you. You understand, you experience it so that you can implement when time comes. That is what the industry is looking for. And now coming to the most important part in this is everybody know that 99 degrees Celsius, the water is hot, very hot. And we all know that at 100 degrees Celsius, the water begins to boil and it becomes steam. And steam is powerful enough to move a train load of people. Think about it, just 1 degree more and hot water becomes powerful enough to move a locomotive. While we may not realize it, our lives are like that too, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen. 1 degree means a lot. That little extra effort can mean the difference between being a winner and a loser. The difference between achieving your goals and missing them. The difference between being just hot water and being able to move a train. Too often, we give up when goal might have been just one step away. We finish second when just 1 degree more effort could have meant a world of difference. Unfortunately, we don't have the benefit of a thermometer that can tell us to keep going for just 1 degree more. Whatever it is you set out to do, whatever goal you seek to achieve, push yourself to do just a little more, just 1 degree more. When you are striving hard to achieve something, you feel like leaving that and coming back. Take that as 99 degrees. Put your entire effort there and step one step forward. You will be achieving success. People who have succeeded have put that 1 degree extra effort. People who have failed have come back in 99 degrees. And more often than not, the 1 degree more attitude will mean huge success in your life. Get into the 1 degree more habit. It should become your habit. The habit of winners. Do all that is expected and then a little bit more. The road to success in life is quite similar. Getting started is the key, and learning to finish tasks is priceless. People say that you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to start to be great. You can have the most fabulous ideas, some great plans, and intent may never be in a doubt. But all that is worth nothing if you don't get started. We often hesitate to get started, waiting for everything to be in place. But remember that everything seldom falls in place. Unfinished tasks are the biggest contributors of trust. Learn to finish the tasks. Get them out of the way. If something is worth doing, it's worth doing badly at first. Successful people make it a habit to finish what they have started. So if you have a big idea or a secret dream, take that first step today. Want to learn new things? Start today. Wish to plan your future? Start right now. Look at your unfinished tasks. Make a plan and start executing today. Take a look at your do list. You will have a to-do list and work on it right now. Resolve to complete at least one of the tasks today. Do that and see the difference. Life will begin to make a lot more sense. That is what is the difference between a person who plan, who decide and think, but don't implement. If you don't implement, you will not be able to achieve success at all. Become someone who does not just think about it or talk about it, but does it. This is very, very essential in your life. Let your personality shine through. Feel from within. It is not outside appearance, what you are wearing or what you are doing to your hair or what you're applying to your face or the jewels what we wear. It's nothing but the inner personality, your attitude, your mindset, your compassion, whatever thought, good thought, the positive attitude, whatever you have, that is what is going to reflect outside. And mantra is success is nothing but happiness. Thank you so much. I hope I would have given you a lot of secrets of success, and only when you try to implement all these things in your life, you will reach success. May God bless you and all the very best for you all. Thank you so much. And this is my YouTube channel in which you have a lot of career guidance videos and the latest technologies are there. A lot of motivational sessions and a lot of 21st century skills which you need to develop. And also you can reach me for any sort of doubt to shape your career. If you want to understand your strengths and personality and ability and choose a career, I'm there to help you.
Thank you, madam. இதனை இதனால் இவன் முடிக்கும் என்றாய்ந்து அதனை அவன் கண் விடல். As said in the Tirukkural, you are the very apt person for this day of culmination. Thanks for the wonderful session, madam, and it was more informative and motivational as well. Hope our students will understand and chant your success mantras. You said about
I would like to say a few things about the institution because I've been watching your seminar, the webinars for the past 1 week.
Fine,
and that is actually, because I'm an academician, I was a principal of an engineering college and I give career guidance and also insist people on how to choose an institution when they wanted to join an institution. And I have been observing a lot from your webinars because one can do a lot of work when you're physically present in your institution, but when you're not physically present with just this webinars, you're all in a different place, but you're all connected. An untiring effort. I just wanted to underline this word, the untiring effort and the teamwork. right from the topmost person till the non-teaching level staff. Every one of you have the content and the commitment of working. And I'm also to note here and mention, there are many colleges where they offer a lot of latest technologies, but the colleges which just introduced right now this year as a lot of difference compared to the colleges which already have those technologies in place. And I could see AVIT has a research lab, because that is one thing very, very essential for students. ஸோ மாணவர்களே, நீங்க வந்து ஒரு காலேஜ் வந்து நீங்க சூஸ் பண்ணும்போது நீங்க என்ன கிளாஸ்ல படிக்கிறீங்களோ அதை வீட்டுல கூட உட்காந்து படிக்கலாம். ஆனா அந்த ரிசர்ச் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து அங்க ரிசர்ச் பண்ணும்போது படிக்கிற அதை எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ற டீச்சர்ஸ் வந்து கிளாஸ் எடுக்கும் போது அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸை வந்து நீங்க எங்கேயுமே படிக்க முடியாது. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு காலேஜா நான் வந்து AVIT பாக்குறேன். அண்ட் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் நேத்திக்கு செஷன்ல வந்து ஐ வாஸ் சோ இன்ஸ்பயர்ட் வித் த பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் ஆஃபீஸர்ஸ் டாக், பிகாஸ் அந்த அளவுக்கு வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வந்து கனெக்டடா இருக்காங்க. ஈவன் ஆஃப்டர் பாசிங் அவுட் சோ மெனி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஆர் இன் கனெக்ஷன் வித் த காலேஜ்ன்றப்போ அது வந்து தட் ஷோஸ் த ரெப்புடேஷன் ஆஃப் தி காலேஜ். Because everyone will start telling some negative about the institution wherever they are, but கனெக்ஷன்ல இருக்காங்க, அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்றாங்க, தேங்க் பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னா எந்த அளவுக்கு அந்த இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் அந்த பசங்களுக்கு பெனிஃபிட் பண்ணி இருந்தா அந்த பசங்க அவ்வளோ வந்து மைண்ட்ல வந்து ஒரு கிரேட்ஃபுல்னஸோட ஒரு கிராட்டிடியூடோட அந்த பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் டைரக்டரோட கனெக்டடா இருந்து இன்னும் வந்து இருக்கிற ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கும் எப்படி அவங்க நிறைய ஹெல்ப் பண்றாங்க. I could see lot of MOUs with a lot of universities with AVIT. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி கனெக்ட் இருக்கும்போது இந்த ஸ்கில் கேப்புங்கிறதே உங்க காலேஜ்ல படிக்கிற பசங்களுக்கு வராது. அண்ட் பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்ல வந்து நம்பர் ஒன்னா நான் வந்து நிறைய பிளேஸ்மெண்ட்ஸ் பார்த்தேன் வித் ஹையர் பேக்கேஜஸ். ஏன்னா சும்மா வந்து ஒரு BPOலயோ இல்லைன்னா ஒரு ஜாப்லயோ சேர்றதுங்கிறது இட்ஸ் அ நார்மல் திங், லைக் எவ்ரிபடி கேன் டூ தட். பட் வித் ஹையர் பேக்கேஜ் ஒரு கோர் ஜாப் கிடைக்கிறது அப்படிங்கறதுலாம் வந்து இட்ஸ் நாட் அட் ஆல் ஈஸி ஜாப் அட் ஆல். அவங்களுக்கு அந்த கான்செப்ட் பேஸ்ட் லேர்னிங் அந்த காலேஜ் கொடுத்திருந்தாதான் அந்த கோர் கம்பெனில அவங்க வந்து ரெக்ரூட் பண்ணுவாங்க. ஸோ இதுல வந்து பார்த்தா ஆல் HODs, டீன்ஸ், ரிசர்ச், பிளேஸ்மெண்ட், பிரின்சிபல், மேனேஜ்மெண்ட் எல்லாருக்குமே ஒரு டீம் ஒர்க் இருக்கு, ஒரு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங் இருக்கு, என்ன நடக்கிறதுன்னு தெரியுது. ஆக்சுவலா I'm also amazed with your biotechnology lab. I think it's a very premier lab with a lot of research going on. And also I was thinking about the artificial intelligence research, because 2020 தான் வந்து ஆர்டிபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் இயர்னு சொல்றாங்க. ஆனா நீங்க மச் அஹெடாவே ஆர்டிபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் ரிசர்ச் ஆரம்பிச்சு நிறைய பண்ணிருக்கீங்கன்னு பார்க்கும்போது I now start telling the students, because இந்த ஒரு கோவிட்ல வந்து எவ்வளவு கெடுதல் நடந்திருக்குன்னாலும் எஜுகேஷன் லைன்ல ஒரு ரீச்சுக்கு வந்து இது ரொம்ப நல்லது பண்ணிருக்கு அப்படின்னு தான் நான் சொல்ல முடியும். ஏன்னா இப்ப யார் நேரம் வந்து உங்களை பாக்குறாங்களோ அவங்களுக்கு மட்டும்தான் உங்க காலேஜை பத்தி தெரிஞ்சுக்க முடியும். ஸோ இந்த ஒரு வெபினார் சீரீஸ் மூலமா ஐ திங்க் மோர் தென் 100 வெபினார் சீரீஸ் வந்து நீங்க பண்ணிருக்கீங்க. எந்த ஒரு காலேஜ்லயுமே இந்த மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு கண்டினியூஸ் எஃபர்ட் போட்டு இவ்வளோ டெக்னிக்கல் நாலேஜ் வந்து ஃப்ரீ ஆஃப் காஸ்டா வந்து பசங்களுக்கு கிடைக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து அவங்க யூஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க அப்படின்னா அவங்கள விட பெட்டர் நாலேஜபிள் லேர்னிங் பர்சன் யாருமே இருக்க முடியாது. வித்தின் திஸ் 2 months I believe AVIT has crossed more than 100 webinars. ஸோ எவ்வளவு அன்டைரிங் எஃபர்ட், எவ்வளவு ஸ்பீக்கர்ஸ் கூப்பிடணும், ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ணணும், அவங்கள வந்து பேச வைக்கணும். இட்ஸ் நாட் அ ஜோக். இட் டஸ் நாட் ஹேப்பன் ஜஸ்ட் லைக் தட், பிகாஸ் பிசிக்கலா நீங்க பண்ணல, எல்லாமே டிஜிட்டலா பண்றீங்க. ஸோ இந்த கோஆர்டினேஷன் இஸ் அ வண்டர்ஃபுல் job, and I feel so honored and happy to be part of this webinar. And the students, those who are watching this video, please make a note that இன்ஜினியரிங்கை பத்தி ஜென்ரலாவே எல்லாருமே சினிமால இருந்து எல்லாருமே காமெண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பாங்க, இன்ஜினியரிங் படிச்சா வேலை கிடைக்காது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஆனா நீங்க அந்த வந்து கண்டிப்பா நீங்க மாத்திக்கணும். ஆக்சுவலா இந்த உலகத்துல எந்த இடத்துக்கு போனாலும் இன்ஜினியர்ஸ் இல்லாம அவங்களால வேலை செய்யவே முடியாது. அந்த அளவுக்கு டெக்னாலஜி தான் வந்து டிபெண்ட் ஆகி எல்லாமே இருக்காங்க. இந்த கோவிட் சிச்சுவேஷன்ல கூட நம்ம நிறைய டாக்டர்ஸ் எல்லாம் அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்றோம். டெஃபினட்டா வி ஷுட் அப்ரிஷியேட். டிராபிக் போலீஸ் அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்றோம். நிறைய பேரை வந்து அப்ரிஷியேட் பண்றோம், இந்த நர்சஸ், அந்த வேலை செய்யறவங்க. பட் எல்லாருக்கும் பின்னாடி பேக் போன்னா இன்ஜினியர்ஸ் இருக்காங்கிறத வந்து நம்ம மறக்கவே கூடாது. நிறைய இப்ப கம்யூனிகேஷன், இப்ப இந்த வெபினார் நடக்கிறது அப்படின்னு சொன்னாலே கம்யூனிகேஷன் இன்ஜினியர்ஸ் இல்லாம வந்து இது நடக்காது. ஸோ இன்டர்நெட் பிளேஸ் அ மேஜர் ரோல் இன் தட். எலக்ட்ரிசிட்டி யாருக்குமே வந்து தடைப்படல வீட்டுல. ஸோ மொபைல் யூசேஜும் யாருக்குமே தடைப்படல. நிறைய ரோபோட்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து கோவிட் ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ஸ்ல வந்து எவ்வளவு பிரைம் ப்ரையாரிட்டியா அதை வந்து யூஸ் பண்றாங்க. நம்மளோட சோஷியல் டிஸ்டன்சிங் ஆப்பே வந்து ஒரு கம்ப்யூட்டர் இன்ஜினியர் டெவலப் பண்ற ஆப் தான் அது. ஸோ எங்க பார்த்தாலுமே உங்களுக்கு வந்து இந்த டேட்டா சயின்ஸ், கிளவுட் கம்ப்யூட்டிங், பிக் டேட்டா, ஆர்டிபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ், மெஷின் லேர்னிங், எங்க போனாலுமே எல்லா ஃபீல்டுலயுமே யூஸ் பண்ற ஒரு விஷயம் வந்து டெக்னாலஜி for which you should be an engineer. Engineer இருந்து அந்த ஸ்கில்ஸ் எல்லாம் அந்த டெக்னாலஜிஸ் எல்லாம் கத்துக்கிட்டீங்க அப்படின்னா உலகத்துல வந்து ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டிக்கு பஞ்சமே கிடையாது. அண்ட் I feel I can make sure that the students keep AVIT as their first choice in choosing their engineering course. எந்த கோர்ஸ் வேணா எடுக்கலாம், ஏன்னா அங்க வந்து எல்லா டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டுமே வெல் ஃபர்னிஷ்டா இருக்காங்க, நல்ல எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்டு ஃபேக்கல்டி இருக்காங்க, ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, ரிசர்ச் பண்றாங்க, பிளேஸ்மெண்ட் டைரக்டருக்கு அவ்வளோ கனெக்ட் இருக்கு, எல்லா இடத்துலயும் நிறைய MOUs இருக்கு. ஃபாரின் யூனிவர்சிட்டில இருந்து ஐ ஹர்ட் தட் தே டூ ஆன்லைன் இன்டர்ன்ஷிப் எல்லாம் பண்றாங்க அப்படின்னு. இந்த மாதிரி ஃபெசிலிட்டி எங்கேயுமே கிடைக்காது. So I wish the students make the best use of it. So success mantraல ஒரு மந்த்ரால வந்து இப்ப சொல்றேன், நல்ல விஷயம் ஒரு இடத்துல இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிறப்போ அதை வந்து நம்ம மிஸ் பண்ணினோம் அப்படின்னா அதுவே உங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஃபெயிலியர் தான். ஸோ அவங்க கிட்ட கான்டாக்ட் பண்ணி உங்களுக்கு வேணுங்கிற டீடைல்ஸ் எல்லாம் கேட்டு, என்ன சிலபஸ் இருக்கு அந்த கோர்ஸை நம்ம எடுத்து படிக்கிறோமேங்கிற டீடைல்ஸ் எல்லாம் கேட்டு நீங்க வந்து ஒரு AVIT சூஸ் பண்ணீங்க அப்படின்னா டெஃபினட்டாவே லைஃப்ல வந்து சக்சஸ்ஃபுல்லா இருப்பீங்க அப்படிங்கறத நான் சொல்ல விரும்புறேன் சார்.
Thanks a lot for your so nice words, ma'am. Actually, I want to say the same thing what you are saying. You are saying about 1 degree more. If you want 1 degree more, you should keep one step ahead to AVIT. So
definitely.
We will be having like a thermometer to say go for one more degree. You will get success. Like that, we will motivate. Thanks for your wonderful motivational speech, madam. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. This is Lakshmi Mohan, placement head training.
Hello, sir. You're doing a wonderful job, sir. I'm really amazed with all the placements and the way you interact with the students. Where university oda connect வச்சிருக்கிறது, அதாவது அவங்களுக்கு லைஃப் கொடுக்குறீங்க. நீங்க ஒரு கடவுள் மாதிரி இருக்கீங்க, அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஜாப்ல இருக்கீங்க. And you are doing to the fullest possible whatever you can do. So that's a great thing. AVIT க்கு நீங்க ஒரு அசெட், அதே மாதிரி AVIT வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ்க்கு ஒரு அசெட். ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் அதை சூஸ் பண்ணாங்க அப்படின்னா டெஃபினட்டா அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஃபியூச்சர் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கும். அது நாங்க உங்க செஷன்ஸ்லயே நீங்க ப்ரூவ் பண்ணிட்டீங்க. the way untiring efforts இதுலயே இவ்வளவு பண்ணீங்கன்னா பிசிக்கலா இன்னும் வந்து காலேஜ் வந்து படிக்கும் போது எந்த அளவுக்கு அவங்களுக்கு ஈவன் இப்ப இந்த கோவிட்ல வந்து உங்களுக்கு டைரக்டா போய் படிக்க முடியலனாலும் you have proved that you can teach them digitally. So that is one thing which you have proved. So students worry பண்ண வேண்டிய அவசியமே இல்லை. காலேஜ் இருக்கா, நடக்கிறதா, நேரம் போகணுமா வேணுமான்னு அவசரமே இல்லை. அங்க இருக்கிற ப்ரொஃபசர்ஸ், HODs, faculty எல்லாம் they will take care of sharing their knowledge to the students, and you will take care of placing them and giving them a life.
Thanks, ma'am. From like you, veteran, I got this kind of words, blessings, ma'am. இது வந்து நல்லபடியா பண்ணுவோம், ma'am.
True words, sir. நிஜமா it deserves.
AVIT mean for placement, ma'am. Definitely we will do our best, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the appreciation, ma'am.
This is Karthikeyan.
True words, not appreciation. Yeah.
Thank you, Lakshmi Mohan sir, for joining. Karthikeyan sir wants to say something. Please, sir.
Yes,
this
sir.
is Karthikeyan, ma'am, vice principal.
Yes, sir.
This is a really amazing speech, which is the students, aspiring students. Definitely, I hope they will follow for the success mantras, whatever you have given. Definitely, you have to visit our college one day according to your convenience, ma'am, after this COVID situation.
Yes, sir. I am interested to see your AI lab.
Yeah.
உங்களோட AI research lab ரொம்ப ஆசையா இருக்கு வந்து பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னு.
Sure, ma'am. You're always welcome. We'll definitely give an invite to you for our college, ma'am. Thank you for your kind motivational speech.
Thank you, sir. The lockdown is only for physical, tangible things, not for learning. So learning is unlimited as of AVIT is concerned. From the month of March, we have been continuously organizing very much webinars, symposiums, conferences, and technical classes through the online mode, thanks to the virtual platforms. We will move on to the next session. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we have been witnessing different sessions in this career guidance program for the past 1 week, leading ways with success mantras. And now this is the time to listen stories. Yes, that too success stories. Here comes our Dean CSR AVIT, Dr. Giri Rangasamy Madam, an ever bubbly and a great humorous and informative orator for doing that interesting task. Madam, the arena is yours.
See, I always used to wonder about biodiversity, how the master creator has developed different types of animals, plants, and human beings. Now I know where exactly Ushaa Eswaran stands, because there are teachers and teachers who teach subjects endlessly year after year. But there are some teachers who can motivate the youngsters to this level. I think she has motivated me also, though my experience in academics is about 55 years. I'm sure she will think that I'm also a person who has a success story, but it is not. After listening to Ushaa, I have to think about several things and then come up and add to the glory of our institution. Dr. Ushaa, let me thank you because you have found some goodness in our university and you advise students to select our college. And I'm glad to tell you that I belong to the biotechnology department because my subject is biotechnology. And I want to tell you, because for the past 1 week, our faculty have been telling the activities, academic, curricular, co-curricular, extracurricular, so that the students and their parents may have an idea, because we have hundreds of engineering college around us. But I feel there are certain things which are unique to our college, because our management, Dr. Ganesan, Anuradha Ganesan, they always feel that we are not merely developing graduates as a factory develops TVs or some gadgets. It is, they believe along with the faculty that we have to turn out academically brilliant, morally upright, spiritually inspired, and socially conscious citizens. So all these aspects are being covered in our college so that we believe in the total development of personality. Now, I can say a few, throughout the week, people were talking, but I would like to highlight one or two points which say that our college, Aru Padaibedi Institute of Technology, coming under Vinayaka Missions Research Foundation, is unique. And there is no other college which does certain things which we do. Though my job is to talk about success stories, before that, I will tell you where success is and how we lead our students to success. See, in Department of Biotechnology, we have MOU with the several universities, and I would like to highlight one university which is in Thailand. It is called Naresuan University, and for the past 5 years, there have been some connections with them. See, our management every year selects 5 or 6 students and bear the entire cost of their travel, accommodation, food, everything, along with 2 or 3 lecturers. And we go there and we meet with the students of the university, and our students make some presentations, and all the faculty there listen, and they give very good grades for us. And the first day, there will be their hospitality, everything will be in a moderate level. But from the second day onwards, we are treated like aristocrats because they give respect to our work and activity and our enthusiasm to join hands with another